And we're back. Right, thanks to Stonehewer there. We've all had a cigarette and a fucking waz. Now then, Welsh Championships. They were a festival of weightlifting for Willpower.
Yeah.
Were they not?
Yeah. As always, I think at the Welsh Champs, we represent the most.
So give a bit of background, Mike. You weren't expecting to lift at the Championships of Wales?
No, we were supposed to be in Uzbekistan for the World and Commonwealth Championships.
Yeah.
And the day I was driving to the airport, I got told we weren't going, which is a fair disappointment because we spent a long time grafting for it, losing weights and stuff.
Also, that was a qualifying event for the games.
Yeah, so that was my main disappointment, that I've trained so hard and I felt I was in a really, really good place training, and I couldn't go and then qualify for the games in the event where I thought I'd put out probably my best total.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
It's not probably, it was fucking actually.
So then the following weekend we had the Welsh, and I was in two minds of whether to do it or not, and so was Jordan a bit, but I think Jordan convinced me. He was like, well, we can shift our focus now. There's no point dwelling on it. Let's lift at the Welsh.
Yep.
Lift really well.
Yep.
And just springboard from there.
So talk about, you have an expectation. You're off to the Worlds, and it's a Commonwealth Championships, and it's your qualifying event, and we know training is fucking, for you, it was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
So you have this, you know, the undulation of emotion. You hit a down curve on emotion. You have an expectation, you know, you're fucking firing. That's your one to qualify. I felt it was the one that we were targeting based upon, as we said earlier in the podcast, you know, your rise this year was fucking like that, wasn't it? It started like this and then it curved up. How do you then refocus in to a competition that is wonderful? We love the Welsh Championships, but it's not going to carry forward to your qualifying total.
Yeah, when you have something like that, it's almost devastating to hear, because you work so hard for it, and then it's gonna be the pinnacle of my year. The whole year was for that competition, and then to be told that I can't go, it's awful. And again, it was the games qualifier, and I thought from that competition I'll be then on the bus to Birmingham. Right.
Yeah. On the Penderyn now. Thank you.
And then, so it's, how do you then shift your mindset to lifting? No disrespect to the Welsh, it's a championships of the country, but you're going to a World Championships, then just going up north. It's hard to then get up for, really hard. But and I think for me it did show on the day. I tried not to let it get in my mind, but then I missed an opener at 30.
Yeah.
And I blacked out on a 60 clean jerk, and there's no excuse to be missing opening weights. And I think I wasn't at peak mental performance for that day, even though the weights were quite good. My PB, my total and stuff. But I
wait a second. Did you lift a senior British record at the Welsh Championships?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's put it in some perspective here. You've carried good form into that competition. You've gone 6 for 5 for, you know, you've made three snatches in almost every competition that you've targeted.
Yeah.
And then in that one you have a 30 miss, 30 make, 34 make.
Yeah.
British senior snatch record, right? And then you go out and what happened on the 60 opener?
Oh, I just blacked out.
Right. So you had a blackout. Then you come out and you smoke it.
Yeah.
Then you go for 63, which I thought
I thought I made it. I was devastated with not making that.
So you cleaned it like nothing.
Yeah, which is like mad, because that's a PB clean.
Yeah, on platform.
On a platform, as it should be.
Yeah.
And then stuck the jerk.
It's stuck.
I was like, yes. And then no.
It took about, I think it was like 5 seconds for no, wasn't it? Because like the recovery took forever. You stepped, you moved, you shifted, your torso capitulated, it regained, and then it flopped again. And it was like, oh, I've got to put it down.
I didn't want to miss that one. I didn't. But I almost feel like that was a made lift. It wasn't. I don't like the word train and make. It wasn't in training.
It wasn't any make, Mike. It was not a lift. But
It wasn't a lift.
what it did do was, like, so if we look at the focus of that program was clean and jerk fitness.
Yeah.
We had an objective of 60, and if we get anything more, then great. Yeah. Exactly. But also, I said to you, fuck it, go out and open at what you fucking want. We're not playing a game now. Whereas we would have perhaps been a bit more conservative. I think we had a was it 57 strategy for 27, 57, and then 30 was the second attempt and such. So it was a freebie for you. It was to say, well, actually, go out and use the incentive. And we talked last time about your incentive. Use the incentive of the loading to actually prime your enthusiasm for the competition.
Yeah, and I think without John lifting in the same competition as me,
John Chin,
who was the best 73 in the country at the time.
So he won. So we go back, the British Championships we spoke about earlier, where you hit 281. You've gone from 281 to 294 in like competing against that same individual. And so you've gone plus fucking 13.
Yeah.
And he hit 292, I think.
Yeah.
So he had a good event for him. He had a good day for him, 6 for 6. And you had a 3 for, and you still won.
Yeah.
Very unusual. But it displays where you're at as an athlete, isn't it?
It showed the graft I have put in since that original British and the difference of the type of athlete I am now. I feel I was a progressing athlete now, and I've almost progressed. We're still fine-tuning, but I'm in the place now where I'm convinced I'm going to medal at the games and I will win. It's completely different now.
100%.
Maybe we'll medal. Now it's like, yeah, we're going to medal and we might win.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Fucking, we're on it now, aren't we? Yeah. We're on a different trajectory, as it were. So there is a value in learning disappointment, and then there's a value at summoning performance, because you're going to have to summon soon. And before we speak about the next competition, so you hit a 30 miss, 30 make, 34 smoked, won it, beautiful lift, 60 miss, 60 make. 63 landed the jerk, and then I for me it was so cleanly landed, it almost caught you by surprise. It felt that's what it felt like to me.
Rush the recovery and then walking it forward.
Yeah. So it's like, well, if you add the 63 and the 34 is 297.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's a fucking different gambit. That's fucking it's almost 300. So we're at fucking proper weight. So it was a brilliant performance, and it was a British senior record. Congratulations.
Thanks.
First in the club's history. Lovely. Geordie. George, your Welsh Championships.
Yeah.
Was a fucking good day, wasn't it?
It was a good day. So for me, when Uzbekistan was not going ahead for Mike and myself, we had a conversation, and again, the rug's pulled from under you. It's a horrible feeling. Put so much time and effort into these things. And for me, it was, let's not let that go to waste entirely. We're both peaking. We're both in the process of tapering. Mike's taper was almost done with him traveling that day. So it's like, this is a perfect time now to take something from this process. And I think, in hindsight now, the confidence that competition has given Mike and myself coming out of into the British is invaluable. Okay, neither of us were able to use it as a qualification event for the Commonwealth Games, but we're now looking at the British in a different light to how we may have looked at it prior to that competition. So, I mean, it was a beautiful thing as well. It's sort of like, the positives you get from traveling to a country like Uzbekistan, lifting for your country, competing at a qualification event at a World Seniors, that's incredible. But we were able to, for the first time in however long, travel up to Bangor as a club and lift with all of our family, our members, and that was a special thing as well. So for me, I mean, I know both of us were deliberating whether to do the Welsh, but it was set fairly soon on with myself of like, no, let's do this, and let's not just have a play. You know, let's actually make some yards here.
You made yards.
Yeah. And again, I had an English boy in the category as well, so it was nice to you know, that brought out a different side of me as well.
Yeah.
And then again, where we may have where motivation or investment of interest in that comp was maybe 5% less for both of us, you sort of have to demand that then by opening hot, as we call it, and they open heavy. So I opened on 44, which was the most I've ever opened on in the snatch by 3 kilos. Made that, and then I made a lifetime PB of 48.
Beautiful lift.
And then a hair off 150, but it was
You had 50 on the bar.
On the bar.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And that's inevitable.
Clean jerk, 83 was it?
83 opener, 87
smoked,
which was a 4 kilo clean and jerk PB.
Yeah.
And then missed the clean on 90. But again, that was a 5 kilo increase on my competition PB.
Yeah. Setting you up for 50, 90,
absolutely.
340.
And a canter at that as well. The way the weights, for me, that competition, it's weird. I snatched a lifetime PB, so which is a brilliant thing. But the clean and jerks and the things I can take from the clean and jerk session of that competition, more than anything else. The way the cleans were firing, I've always considered myself a good jerker and someone who struggles with a clean, but the way the cleans are now firing and moving, and the way the clean even felt off the floor, it didn't feel like a ton of breaks, and it felt like I'm able to attack through the middle, get into the cleans properly. I feel like that was a competition that showed me that I will be able to just kick on and get to 200 fairly soon.
Yeah.
And I've got no doubt in my mind about that. And that's where that competition was a real eye-opener for me. I think the British in June was an epiphany moment for my snatch, and then the comp in Bangor was an epiphany moment for my clean and jerk. And I'm realizing now that the work I've put in for the past 3 years isn't wasted. This is where the clean and jerk now
is the fruit.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's just about, I mean, this is a mad time to be alive for everyone. I mean, I pinch myself all the time that I'm in this sort of condition. Even yesterday, like working up to 178 on a clean and jerk.
Yeah.
And just thinking, fuck, you know, these were weights I was dreaming of hitting in training, and now I'm able to just turn it on
demand
and just do it.
Yesterday's session was one where you had was it 55?
Yeah. Is it 58?
Thank you, Nazzy. 58.
Paying attention.
But it was there was a one of those moments where it was like confusion. It just got out of the flow, and then it was I said some words, whatever it was. I think I just said, keep it close, get tight.
Tight off the floor, keep it close.
Yeah, something like that. But really what happened was you summoned. You had an expectation of yourself as an athlete that demanded you clean a jerk above 70 in that session. And the next lift, it was like, I'm going up. I'm like, fucking right, you're going up. What evidence do you have not to go up?
Yeah.
And so we're at that point where if we're reducing the squats, we have to absolutely attack snatch clean jerk. And that's it. You know, we don't have another option. Can't just fucking bail out over here and not do over here. And that then becomes this, you know, this landscape of fortitude and summoning where you make it happen. And that can be the no man's land that you experienced before, but it's not now. Now you know you can summon it, and there is belief. And the both of you are in this position of greatness where you will fucking summon during your training sessions, and you know that the outcome will be foregone conclusion time. Like the outcome is just there. It's absolutely there because the training is telling you with evidence what is fucking happening. Whoa. Right. We're still on the Welsh Championships. Captain, you lifted at the Welsh Championships. How was yours?
It wasn't brilliant.
Why?
Because I was injured.
Yeah. Little injury.
Yeah. I did better than I thought in the snatches, and then I didn't think I was going to clean and jerk, and I just made one.
Yeah.
which just got me through.
Right. So you put a total together.
Yeah,
Did you win a medal?
I did.
Got your medal. Lovely. Gold. Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you. British record.
Thanks,
British record.
thanks.
British senior. British under 23. Whatever.
Selfishly,
Go on,
we actually got to watch you two lift, which was better than watching you on a Zoom call or anything like that. So you might have been going over there, but you lifted with us, and it was a pleasure to watch in person. Because it's different, isn't it? It is different.
Right.
Very
So
nice to hear.
we won.
We had a strong team out, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
And I feel that they were Joe Walton.
Oh,
He had a fucking 6-fer,
amazing.
didn't he? He had a
Yeah.
fucking good day.
320.
320. That was plus on his British Open. Yeah. So Joe is now gunning for the next competition, and that's next on my list. So we're going to fucking cover that in a second. Charlie, you had a bad day. Yeah, bad day. Right. Okay. Charlie fucking bombed. All right. Well,
Don't say that.
It's a fact. I'm not lying. It's a fact. Who else had a good day? What else happened on the Welsh?
Karis had a all right.
Karis had a fucking good day. Yeah, she had a good day. Meg, how was your day?
Meg had a giggly day.
Yeah, she
Meg was there for the fucking experience. That was great. Meg got a bronze. I
Who
think
else did we have there?
Beth had a toughish day.
Yeah.
She snatched well, and then the clean and jerk sort of fucking got away from her. But we had a mix of and what it expressed to me for the lifters who are in earlier stages of development is watch this fucking pair
Yeah.
and see what it's like at the other end, right? Where you have to actually summon your lifting. That's a fucking Nick.
Nick's lifted.
Nick, how did you do? Sorry.
Nick.
Oh, yeah. Nick lifted. Nick lifted. Moving on.
Basically, Nick was like a fucking cat at a window, just pouring away there. Don't forget me. Don't feed me. Feed me. What did you lift, Nick? Was that a medal? Silver. Right. Okay. So he hit an opener twice. Right. Great. He had a 2-fer, and he wants to pour at the window for that, and a silver. Good lad. Well done.
Good work.
Nice work, Nick. Right. But it was a day where you two came to the fore. Right. You were in good nick, the pair of you, and you actually demonstrated on the platform what it's like to face adversity, face disappointment, and then actually summon on the day you need it. And you both had PB snatch, PB clean and jerk, PB totals twice in a season. We opened, we've just fucking said, we started the year at the British doing the same thing. And then we fucking tail the year. We haven't finished yet because we know we're going to get more. But, you know, we're in a place whereby the pair of you, because of all of the total things that you're doing, is enabling you to produce on the platform on demand, almost, you know, outside of the fact that I'm, you know, coaching you.